Storm Florence, heavy flooding cuts off North Carolina City. The coastal city of Wilmington, North Carolina has been completely cut off from the rest of the state because of deepening floodwaters. Officials say all roads in and out are now impassable and have warned evacuated residents to stay away. Reports describe the city, which has a population of about 120,000, as an island within the state. About 400 people there have been rescued from floodwaters, and most of the city remains without power. The National Weather Service has warned of at least 2 further days of possible flash flooding in the area before conditions are forecast to improve. "Do not come here," New Hanover County Commission Chairman Woody White said. "Our roads are flooded, there is no access into Wilmington. We want you home, but you can't come yet." 2 of the first known fatalities, that of a mother and her 7-month son, were reported in the city on Friday morning. The area is usually best known as a filming location for U.S. dramas One Tree Hill and Dawson's Creek. U.S. basketball legend Michael Jordan, who was fundraising to help residents affected by the storm, also grew up in the city. Many roads inside Wilmington are still passable for residents who defied evacuation orders to ride the storm out. But a citywide curfew has been extended after 5 people were arrested on suspicion of looting from a store in the city on Saturday. What is the latest on the storm? At least 17 people are now reported to have died in storm-related incidents in North and South Carolina since Florence made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane on Thursday. It has now weakened into a tropical depression with winds of 35 miles per hour, 55 kilometers per hour, according to the National Hurricane Center. Some parts of the Carolinas have seen up to 40 inches, 100 centimeters, of rain since Thursday, and officials have warned river levels are yet to peak in places. The storm has never been more dangerous than it is right now, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper said on Sunday. Wherever you live in North Carolina, be alert for sudden flooding. The governor also warned of the potential danger of landslides once the weather system reached more mountainous areas. The U.S. Coast Guard and volunteer boats have been helping people left stricken by rising floodwaters across the states. Officials in North Carolina have said about 900 people have been rescued from floodwaters there, and about 15,000 people still in emergency shelters. U.S. President Donald Trump has declared a disaster in several North Carolina counties, a move that frees up federal funding for recovery efforts. He has praised federal and local law enforcement response to the storm on Twitter several times, and the White House has indicated he may visit the affected area in coming days. Power companies are working to restore power to the almost 650,000 homes and businesses that are still without electricity. The center of the storm is still over North Carolina but is expected to accelerate north on Sunday night local time before turning to head toward New England on Tuesday. What do we know of the victims? 11 deaths were reported in North Carolina, and at least 6 have been reported in South Carolina. A mother and her 7-month child who died when a tree fell on their house in Wilmington were the first known deaths reported. Among the other fatalities were 2 men in their 70s who died in Lenoir County. One had been connecting extension cords and another was blown by high winds when checking on his dogs. 4 road deaths in South Carolina have been blamed on the storm, and 2 people died from carbon monoxide poisoning caused by a generator inside their home. Ask a question. Share this chatbot. Hurricanes. A guide to the world's deadliest storms. Hurricanes are violent storms that can bring devastation to coastal areas, threatening lives, homes and businesses. Hurricanes develop from thunderstorms, fueled by warm, moist air as they cross subtropical waters. Warm air rises into the storm. Air swirls in to fill the low pressure in the storm, sucking air in and upwards, reinforcing the low pressure. The storm rotates due to the spin of the Earth, and energy from the warm ocean increases wind speeds as it builds. When winds reach 119 km per hour, 74 miles per hour, it is known as a hurricane in the Atlantic and Eastern Pacific, or a typhoon in the Western Pacific. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Well, we're about to get punched in the face. Florida Mayor Bob Buckhorn, ahead of Hurricane Irma, 2017. The central eye of calmer weather is surrounded by a wall of rainstorms. This eye wall has the fastest winds below it and violent currents of air rising through it. A mound of water piles up below the eye, which is unleashed as the storm reaches land. These storm surges can cause more damage from flooding than the winds. Urgent warning about the rapid rise of water on the SWFL coast with the passage of Irma's eye. Move away from the water. Tweet from the National Hurricane Center. The size of hurricanes is mainly measured by the Saffir-Simpson scale. Other scales are used in Asia-Pacific and Australia. Winds 119 to 153 km/h. Some minor flooding, little structural damage. Storm surge plus 1.2 meters to 1.5 meters. Winds 154 to 177 km/h. Roofs and trees could be damaged. Storm surge plus 1.8 meters to 2.4 meters. Winds 178 to 208 km/h. Houses suffer damage. Severe flooding. Storm surge plus 2.7 meters to 3.7 meters. Hurricane Sandy, 2012. Caused $71 billion damage in the Caribbean and New York. Winds 209 to 251 km/h. Some roofs destroyed and major structural damage to houses. Storm surge plus 4 meters to 5.5 meters. Hurricane Ike, 2008, hit Caribbean islands and Louisiana and was blamed for at least 195 deaths. Winds 252 km per hour plus serious damage to buildings, severe flooding further inland. Storm surge plus 5.5 meters. Hurricane Irma, 2017, caused devastation in Caribbean islands, leaving thousands homeless. For everyone thinking they can ride this storm out, I have news for you, that will be one of the biggest mistakes you can make in your life. Mayor of New Orleans Ray Nagin ahead of Hurricane Gustav, 2008. Click arrow to proceed. Loading. Swipe to progress. Go back to start. Are you in the area? If it is safe to do so, please tell us about your situation by emailing javier@bbc.co.uk. Please include a contact number if you are willing to speak to a BBC journalist. You can also contact us in the following ways.